Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Shokugeki no Souma, Ni no Sara, or you could call it Food Wars, the second plate, which is on episode 6. Now, this episode right here, not too bad, well done. It just felt a little bit fast though here and there. One thing was sure, there were a couple scenes I did not remember, so I decided to look back onto the chapters of what was adapted and what was missing a bit. But so far, I don't think anything was missing by far, you know? I think it was just a little, fast for me. Maybe it's just because I've been watching the rest of the episodes that felt pretty quick-paced in a certain way. So, this episode adapted chapters 86 to 89, which is pretty nice, not too bad, and so forth, you know? So, if anything else, let's go. Okay, at the beginning of the episode, we have to it that, Mima Sakasubaru ends up summoning his ace in the hole, possibly, which involves baking and so forth, along with what one of our characters specializes in, especially when it came to a certain kind of ability that is used by someone, and that is known to be Ibusaki Shun. He knows what Mimasaka is actually doing, and he's pretty upset about this, knowing that he's using one of his techniques or something, you know, and so forth. And we have to it that things are still looking pretty tough for Yukihira, but that did not bother him at all. And therefore, he actually has a lot of pieces that involves a beef's tongue, ear, however you want to say it in a certain way, you know. And it seems like things are starting to look pretty tough and running for Yukihira, you know, because Murasaka Subaru, thanks to one of his accomplices who's actually been who is actually let me see here, trying to get onto Yukihira a lot, and that himself is Mitsuru Sotsuda, that journalist guy who's been wanting to hang out with Shokugeki no Souma. Now, to all you anime onlys, now you understand why I don't really like the guy, but eventually I come to love him anyway in the end, because what's been happening with them in the later future. And we have to it that Mimasaka Subaru is actually confident that things are still looking good, as he did the bacon thing for leaving out in a certain area for a certain amount of hours and defeating him, thinking he has Yukihira on the down low. But Yukihira says, well, I've been thinking about you at the same time, you know. I thought about you all about last week and so forth. And right now, we have to it that Yukihira's beef stew was a little all clumped up, but it seems like after taking the first bite, of course Subaru gets a lot of praise on how his dish was good, including pork and beef all combined together in a certain way, you know, which is not too bad. They even praised it greatly, but when it came to Yukihira's dish, it's actually surprising enough that it was having some kind of sort of flavor that's enough to blow anybody away in a certain way, you know? They end up realizing that its tribe's consistency flavors one after another is like a thrill ride, you know? But not only that, it is a totally original dish, you know? A charcoal and fire gave the meat a more of a soft, springy texture, you know, that kind of thing, and the jumble of ingredients at first glance. And Mimasaka Subaru says he's not really happy at what Yukihira did, because there's no way that his perfect trace cannot reach. But Yukihira tells him that I never improvised at all. You see here, I kept improving my variety of ingredients and how it's supposed to be, you know? And he reveals that the special dish he's been thinking of is chikuzeni, which is pretty surprising in a way, because this involves boiling vegetables in a certain time and putting them onto a single dish. But apparently, Yukihira, like I said, tells Subaru that he's been improving this entire time. Everything he's been doing up until right now, he's been making the flavor combinations that will help him out to the very end. Something that his perfect trace cannot even reach right now. So even though he could, even Subaru could copy his opponents, etc., he can't reach the part. I don't think he can reach to a certain point where where he can't really investigate his opponent's mind or something. But as usual, of course, Yukihira Souma won, and Subaru still cannot accept this in a certain way, and of course, the knives return to the owners, and we have to it that Souma says, since you're not really happy, try my dish and see what you think. And therefore, we get to know a backstory about Subaru. You see here, he has been trying to like gain respect from his father, as he wants him to like praise him in a certain way, due to the fact that like he doesn't have originality, and when it came to like regular VIP clients coming by, we have to it that his father was really upset that he just imitated him in a certain way and just improved it by one step, which shows that Subaru realizes that his father ran away from me and cooking was simple for him after all. So he just copied the ingredients and improved it by one step, of course. And we have to it that everyone's happy that the knives returned to the owners, and it was pretty great. Subaru, on the other hand, says he's going to leave Totsuki. I won't cook anymore. I lost pretty badly. And Yukihira's karate chops him in the head and says, wouldn't that make my Shokugeki pointless? I mean, like, why do you think I accepted in the first place? And he even tells Takumi, aren't you going to take back the knife you have? But he says, like hell, I could accept it. It's yours right now. And we have to it that Takumi Aldini tells Subaru, like, the next time I won't be losing. I'll go one step further. I'll go 10 or 100 steps ahead. Next time we fight, I won't be getting my butt handed to you, you know? And he gives Souma his knife and tells him, like, I'll take the Mezzaluna back soon, so keep it safe until then. He also tells Subaru, says, like, you see, chefs are known to be, like, sore losers to the very end. Let me also tell you something, Mimasaka. Don't ever go things like, oh, I'm going to try to rip my opponent's pride from the roots of the match in a single match. Like, even if you fail and when it goes away in a certain path, like, you build everything you built up and everything just piled up and it gets destroyed. Tomorrow you have to, like, open up your restaurant like how you always do. That's what it's like to be a chef. Doesn't the same go for you? And therefore, Mimasaka Subaru was pretty surprised to see, like, Souma telling him this, and he ends up eating Souma's dish one more time, and then he ends up turning into some naked man on the road. Pretty funny. So it seems like Nikumi was pretty surprised to see that Yukihira, like, is trying to tell him that you could try again even though you get your butt handed, you know? And we have to it that Nikumi says, like, he's, like, contradicting himself by betting everything on his line as a chef, dude. But Megumi says, yeah, but that's like Souma, you know? And therefore, Yukihira tells, like, Erina, like, hey, I only have one match away, and I look forward to competing with you. And she says, bear this in mind, I'm still far above you. And we get the freaking cliffhanger where Hayama and Kurokiba is about to go head to head. Oh, man, dude, I'm so excited for this. I remember, like, at this chapter 89 is where I left off before I got back into reading the manga again. I left off at this chapter, like, how many months? Maybe 3, 4, make it to that, you know? Anyways, I look forward to next episode. Oh, I'm so excited. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye-bye. 2-2-2.